What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Rue, and today let's talk about the previous episode of Attack on Titan that just came out on Sunday. First things first, I want to shout out Mappa again with an amazing episode with the animations and the OSTs. In combination with the art style, it is absolutely an amazing production. The main thing I love about it is how they portray the characters. Like when you look at them, you can really, when they're talking and their facial expressions, you can really feel how their emotions. There's the pain, the sadness, the anger, the grief, all of it. And then especially Yelena, the way they showed her savagery and just how insane her character is. It was pretty. I liked it a lot. So first, as I just talked about, I just mentioned her. I wanted to focus on her at the start of this video just because I feel like the previous episode really was showing more about her character. Because when we last saw her, all we knew was that she basically is some Marlian that betrayed them or something like that. We didn't really get any backstory to her. So I'm glad we finally got it. So basically, she's actually not like a traitor for traitor Marlian. She's actually not has nothing to do with them for the most part. She was just living her own peaceful life in her homeland, and then Marlians came, took it over, and then forced her into being one of their soldiers. So for her, she already has a lot of hatred because of what the Marlians did to her. So obviously she's going to want to find a way to get back at them. But then she always saw herself as like this weak, insignificant little girl that couldn't really do anything until she met her savior, which is crazy because her savior is Zeke. I mean, look at this photo. This photo says it all right here. Like, this is crazy. So basically, for her, Zeke is like some savior with ultimate divine power. Like, he can do anything. Like, he can salvage her life, I guess, in a way. So basically, her along with other, I guess I don't want to say Marlon, but her and like the other volunteers, like the dark skinned guy that was next to her the whole for the majority of the episode, they essentially work under Zeke's command. So Zeke is their commander. So Zeke does not want to actually help Marlians. He wants to free aliens. Now, is that his actual goal, or is this another one of his many plots that he could be having? Because when he originally came to Paradise, I forget, I think it was like season 2, or was it season 3? I don't really remember. But when we first faced off against him, he really did seem like he was trying to, like attack the audience in the walls. Like, he was not holding back anything. He was throwing rocks. He killed Irwin. Like, are you about to tell me Irwin's death meant almost nothing in the grand scheme of things? Like, he could have just not, that could have not happened if Zeke came forth at that point in time and told us, like, what he was trying to do. Or, what I think it was, is that he meant Levi. He meant Levi Ackerman. And he was like, I can't do this. I cannot take the Founding Titan and go back to Marlins and then do my plan. So he had to get out of there. He had to escape because Levi was too much of a problem for him. He went back to Marlin. He conjured up his planning behind the scenes, and then I guess he sent his volunteers on that scouting cruise ship that was supposed to get information as to what to happen to their warriors at Paradise Island. So he sent Elena to talk with them, to have that meeting with what's her face, Hanji and Levi. But when 3 years ago, when during that flashback, so essentially right after they discovered the sea, so that's interesting. So that's what I think personally was going on, is that Zeke just kind of like had came up with that plan because he can't take down Levi. And you saw like these pictures right here of these interactions. Levi is a straight savage. He is that man. It's like, he don't care. He will take down Zeke without a moment's hesitation, and I love it. I'm here for it. So now, another thing I wanted to address was Armin. So during this entire flashback that was happening and parts of like what was going on in the current time, after they killed off our potato girl Sasha, which I cannot believe they did that. Anyway, so Armin, you can really, when he's talking, like, you can really see how much regret he has for the decisions they've made. The whole purpose behind showing us the flashback, and for him, was kind of like he was kind of airing out his internal thoughts and he feels like maybe there could have been other options, like something more peaceful, like they could have talked it out. Armin wants to talk about everything. I'm pretty sure he would rather just talk things out, try to work like a peace treaty or something. Like, we stay here, you guys stay there, we don't bother each other. That would have been perfect for him, but obviously that can't happen. But it was interesting because I feel like the main reason why he even did it was because of what he says right here. So, and what he said is pure facts. Eren is has become a savage fully. He does not care. He is going to keep fighting, whether or not they help him, right? Like just like Armin said, whether or not him, Mikasa, Levi, all the scouts, Hanji with the air blimp, whether they came or not, Eren was going to carry out the plan. He was going to carry out Yelena's plan with or without the other people in Paradise. He did not care. He was going to do it. So I thought that was, so that's probably why Armin was like, oh, okay, I don't really have a choice. I kind of have to do this because, you know, Eren is his like childhood friend. Like he's not just going to leave him hanging, even though he's conflicted about the whole thing and he feels extremely sad about killing all those innocent lives at the beach, the port. So that was interesting. And then Mikasa also has her kind of issues. She's going on. She's also trying to convince herself that she needs to fight. She needs to keep going forward. But now, at the very end, when Armin was talking, they showed us this. Now, this is crazy. Annie is still in her little, like, crystallized ball thing from when we were about to capture her. So now, two questions come to mind once I saw that. First of all, is she alive? Like, can she get out of that? And if she were to get out of it, would she still be alive, or would she kind of just be like a corpse? You know, like just flesh and bones. Like nothing's really working. Because I feel like unless there's oxygen in there and she's connected to some sort of like something like that, like I don't understand how she would be alive. But is she alive? And how is that going to play a role in the future? And two, now that Eren, wait, I don't think Eren ate the jaw, but he has the War Titan. So if Eren has the War Titan power, so if Eren eventually eats the jaw, could he potentially, you know, break it and then eat Annie and then gain the power of the female Titan? I don't know. What do you guys think about seeing Annie at the end there? And last but not least, the last thing I want to talk about in this video is Eren Yeager, my man. I honestly, so for me, I'm torn between a couple things. I personally don't think that, I honestly don't think he actually wants to do this. Like, I don't think he wants to go, like, killing people, being a savage, like, in order to save aliens or whatever it is. Like, I think it has something more, I think it's something more than that. Because even though, like, when you look at his face, even though there's savagery and pure just, he's about that, you can also see, like, pain and sadness, especially when he heard that Sasha died. Like, he was not, like, he was kind of very upset about it. So he was generally upset about his friend, like, dying, passing away, and partly due to his own actions. So I definitely feel like there's kind of a torn between him as a person and what I think is his Titan. So let's remember, right? He is originally, besides being the founding Titan and now having the Warhammer Titan, he inherited the Attack Titan, the Shingeki no Kyojin. And if you remember the description, the Attack Titan fights relentlessly, constantly fighting towards freedom. So I think that's what's happening here. I think Eren's like Attack Titan side of his mind and his personality is kind of taken over, and he's just constantly just trying to fight and fight and fight until he reaches freedom. No matter how many sacrifices happen, no matter how many people die, whether it's friends, foes, whatever, as long as he eventually reaches freedom, he is going to constantly fight. Those are my thoughts on the episode. I absolutely loved it. It was a nice change of pace. We finally got the background of what was going on from the previous season finale going into the season 4 final season first episode. We found out like what happened after we found out the sea, kind of what everyone's thoughts are about the current events that are happening post the whole attack on Marley and Sasha passing away. So I thought that was always dope. As far as next week's episodes, I honestly have no idea what to expect. The only thing I'm hoping, I don't know if they killed off Sasha. Like, I feel like it's fair game. Like, they could kill off anyone. As long as I just honestly don't. I sincerely hope that they do not kill off Mikasa and Armin. Otherwise, that would crush them. That would be completely devastating. So, anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. Thank y'all for watching. Comment down below your thoughts on the episode and what you guys think of my opinions. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have any other predictions that maybe I didn't point out or you think that is highly possible? I'm curious to see what you guys think. That is all for today. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.